All right, we are back with part two, and thanks for joining me again. So today we're going over mindset, discipline, and routine, and I will be sharing my experiences, and maybe this can help you determine what works best for you or what you've already tried and may need to retry or scratch it off and move on to something new and different. All right, so um, I started my weight loss journey back in March of 24, and ironically, I didn't plan it. I didn't go in with this gung ho, mindset of I'm going to lose X amount of pounds. I just didn't. Didn't even know I was on a weight loss journey. It's just something that just happened, and I allowed it to happen. And my mindset naturally shifted because I am a certain individual. And if you know your traits, if you know your personality type, this may help you determine which approach to take when it comes to doing anything but starting your weight loss journey. Again, I started back in March, really going into it in April. And I shared before, starting near Passover, I was taking or making an attempt to do a fast during Passover. And I mentioned also the clarity that I had or experienced after my fast. And it was only 72 hours. I was trying to go for 7 days, was not mentally prepared for that. So 3 days was enough. And that only consisted of unleavened bread and water. That is it. And I end up losing a few pounds. My start weight was 198, and I don't exactly recall what it got down to. But fast forward 2 months from there, March to June, I don't remember the date. I might put it in my description. I was down 27 pounds. So what happened? Where did this shift come? So I told myself, well, I've done it before. I already had again, the clarity kind of set in for me to say, Chante, you can do this. Let's just start walking. And I was already walking, but I wanted to walk more. I'll walk Oliver, or whatever. And then I would start go to the gym and just at minimum walk because I want to create that lifestyle that I once had before, being on the ship, going up and down ladder wells, in and out of hangar bays and spaces after spaces and lots of walking on board naval vessels for those who are just, tuning in. I had to create that environment here. Again, background story, I work remotely and I was going to school remotely or virtually, and I needed to create time to get out of here, break away from the static movement, if you will. So I went to the gym, I would just walk, and I was walking. Incline, not inclined, just walking. And I didn't want to start eating junk, so I started, of course, researching foods that would agree with me. So the biggest thing I learned was what foods to eat, but also what foods to avoid and why to avoid them. I think the why factor helped me the most because knowing the whys, it helps you kind of say, well, I don't need it because what benefit do I get from it? Is there any nutritional value? Will it help me have more energy? Would it help me sleep? Would it actually disrupt my sleep? I had to think of those things because I was having poor sleep habits and my energy was blah, and I just wanted to fix all of that. So I did. So, long story short, I started looking into certain things, glycemic index of foods. Um, and the biggest thing, oh my gosh, is when you shop sugar free and you'll see no sugar, but in the ingredients, you'll see maltodextrin or you'll see like dextrose or certain other ingredients. And I had to look into those and look at the glycemic index, and they would be way higher than sugar, way higher. So I had to learn how to read ingredients properly and also how to take serving sizes, seriously, if you will, or take a round turn on that because I wasn't doing the best. So my fast helped me with all this because my hunger pain kind of like diminished, if you will. So because of my initial fast, clarity came in and I was able to kind of think things a lot more thoroughly instead of trying to get a feel and for a taste of certain things because we do enjoy eating. We enjoy taste. That's fine. But I kind of wanted to get away from that. I kind of found that not to be the best for me. in terms of where I was health wise. And another thing that helped me kind of kick this off, if you will, also, in addition to, I'll say that, was getting my lab work and getting a clear understanding of how to even read it and what it meant. And when I saw certain numbers, I was like, yeah, I got to fix this. And I did. And I know I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to help you understand that there was no switch that came on for me to say, I'm just so disciplined to do this, or I'm so positive, and I'm saying in the up and up. It was more so just a process of the mind shifting, and I took notice of how it did, and it started out with this intentional fast for 7 days, but ended up being 3 days, and gaining something else outside of that. And that's fine. It was just in this time, 3 days is what I got. That's all I got. So anyway, routine was a good part to getting me back into, a certain rhythm, if you will. But sometimes some people, and I'm speaking for myself, routine is not our thing, and that's okay. If you can't find a routine, or things just kind of are best for you and you're kind of sporadic with it, but still take account. So, I don't want to set a calendar for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I just want to make sure I go to the gym 3 days a week. That's fine. Do that. And sometimes that works best for me. Sometimes my reminder will kick off and I'm like, I'll go tomorrow. I feel fine. I walked today. I went through the neighborhood, walked Oliver. I feel good. So it's okay to kind of have a routine or not have a routine. It's up to you. What is your trait? What works for you? And I'm sure us adults, we have our things where we'll just try different things, or some people will inspire us or influence us to do others, and you really just kind of conflicted in what works for you. Figure it out. Sit still and just kind of like, you know what? I am one of these individuals who likes to plan. I like to write things down. I like to be a little more thought. My process is all thinking. So if that's you, go for it if it works for you. For me, I am whatever. And by that, I mean, sometimes I would plan, and my plan could be a little vague. I'm fine with that. So I don't want to be so fixated on routine, but if you're one of those people who likes to set a routine, have it on your refrigerator, your phone, whatever the case may be, go for it. Go for it. However you can hold yourself accountable, I'm rooting for you. Figure it out. Go for it. Accountability partners are also great as well. Texting each other or messaging each other, going to the gym together, walking together, having these little activities together. Enjoy it, celebrating it, and celebrate the processes and the journey. I have Oliver. He's my accountability partner, and I'm his. We have to make sure we are walking and moving. So we go to the park. So I don't want to say it too loud because he's right under my feet. We'll go to certain places, and he gets excited. So that kind of helps me, making him happy. So if there's a partner out there who you want to tag team with, go for it. I hope I'm not rambling too much, but I did want to touch on mindset, discipline, and routine. It's not always going to be a switch that comes on and you got it. It might be a process, and that's okay. So again, be gentle to yourself, enjoy the process. And other than that, I got nothing else until next time, which may be, I know I went over how I gained 50 pounds, but I think I want to touch on how I lost 50 pounds. So maybe next time, tune in for that. If you're interested in how I lost it, and maybe something that you're able to pick up on and probably apply to yourself, go for it. But other than that, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.